three-point shot. It's
a powering shot, baby.
Red Horse takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions. NetSN and Azalea Orthopedics brings you Northeast Texas Sports, the 2024 season.
Everybody, welcome to the shoe here. This is the counselor, Stephen Shires, along with the voice of the Center Rough Rider baseball team, Jason Locke. We get ready. We start this game against the Henderson Lions. A huge game, Mr. Locke.
Big game for the Center Rough Riders tonight. They come in with a half-game lead in the district over these Henderson Lions. So if we can put a win on the board tonight, that puts us in a pretty solid spot for the playoffs.
One of the last times that we were with y'all, it was against Henderson here in the round-robin round, and Henderson ended up winning 4-1, but it was a very close ball game. Well, we go up to Henderson on Tuesday night, and we win one 2-1, and given Center has gotten a victory over Gilmer, and then the victory over Henderson puts them at 2 wins and against 6 losses.
Right.
Henderson has 2 wins and 7 losses, so we're a half game ahead of them. We win tonight, we'll be a game and a half ahead of them, and then if we hold serve with Gilmer and everything else turns out like it should, Riders go in the number 4 position. But of course, the Riders want a little more than that. They want to go ahead and win some more ball games. We've been competitive, and it's just been it's been a fun season in many ways. Again, we went up to Carthage and covered that game. And, again, a close ball game except for an inning or two where things just kind of got away from us just a little bit.
Yeah, it's, to do what these guys have done, I mean, we are playing 5 freshmen on a 14-seat varsity, and 3 of those freshmen start along with 2 sophomores. So we're a very young team, and they are scrappy.
Yep, that's right. Of course, this is the B3 Car Wash pre-game show, and brought to you by B3 Car Wash there on 10 Hall Street. You go through, I go through there. They got the volcano thing. You pass underneath it. I don't know if you've done it. You get where all the colored stuff comes down, the soap, and they got a guy there that's scrubs.
Right. Yeah, scrubs your tires and all the hot spots for you.
Yeah. Of course, if you want to do it yourself, they have some stalls where you can go and do your own. I prefer to have the guy do it.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I like to wash my car from the inside.
Yes.
And but B3 gives you plenty of options. If you're one of the folks that loves to, show a little love to your vehicle, you can certainly do it yourself.
That's right. That's B3 Car Wash, which brings us our pregame show, which is here as we're getting the starting lineup for Henderson at the moment. We'll have the Riders starting lineup here in just a few minutes, and we'll cover that live as what we have going on. But like I know you got at the lineup, we're starting Link this evening.
That's right. We've got a starting lineup for the Riders is Sutton Link leading things off. Easton Wolf in the 2-hole. Jaden Lane comes in batting 3rd. Logan Horton is going to swing cleanup tonight. Then Cody Atkinson, T.J. Bellin, Case Milford, Colby Lout, and Gage Vadreen cleans things up, DHing.
All right. It's going to be interesting here this evening. Who we're going to have on the mound tonight?
So we're starting Easton Wolf. Got a true freshman on the mound. Easton's done pretty well when he pitches, so it'll be a good game.
All right, and so we're going to have him. Of course, we're going to have Lout behind the home plate. Who's at first is going to be Jaden Lane, right?
Lane's going to get a start at first tonight, another freshman.
Lane has played really well this year. And then at second, we're going to have we're going to have Milford still.
Yep, Case Milford will be at second base, sophomore.
Here, and then at short, we're going to have, is it Bellin or is it?
T.J. Bellin, one of our few juniors on the team. T.J.'s got another year with us.
That's going to put Horton at third, I suppose.
Logan Horton will get the start at third, and I'm sure he'll be available in relief tonight.
That's right. And then the outfield's going to be.
So we got Mr. Atkinson holding down left field. Caleb Mosley is going to be in center, and Sutton Link is in right.
And Mosley's not batting. We're going to have Verdine batting this as DH.
Yes, Vadreen is going to bat DH for us in the 9-hole.
All right, folks, we'll take a quick break as we have the national anthem here.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
So, all right, folks, playing the national anthem, we get ready for our first pitch of the evening. Again, we're going to have Easton Wolf on the mound. And again, just for those of you just tuned in, this is an absolute critical game for both teams.
It's a beautiful night here at the Horseshoe. It is 78 degrees. The sun is almost gone down. No wind tonight, so it looks like most of the balls will stay in the park. It's going to be a great ball game between these two clubs.
Yeah, because obviously it was a 2-1 victory, I think, up in Henderson. So we've played two very close ball games, and got to feel like this is going to be more of the same.
So Easton Wolf warming up for the Rough Riders. He's a big right-hander, freshman, very talented. Made the start for the Rough Rider varsity football as well as a true freshman. Very athletic young man. Got another true freshman at first base. Couple of sophomores sprinkled in, another freshman out in right field. Riders have a lot of young talent.
Yeah, we do. And it's going to be interesting as we start these. This is the second in these 2-game sets that we play in district. We're finishing this up with Henderson.
So this is the last time we'll see Henderson.
Yep.
We've got to start a 2-game set next Tuesday against Spring Hill, Tuesday, Friday. And then we'll have a 2-game set with Gilmer Tuesday, Friday, and then a 2-game set to finish the district season with Carthage. So 6 games left on the schedule. Spring Hill, Gilmer, and Carthage left for the Riders.
Right. Of course, Spring Hill is just a tough team. They've had a lot of success over the years, and this year is no different as they are leading the district.
All right, well, we are about to get underway. First pitch coming up. Leading things off for the Lions will be Mason Jones. Then he's followed by Kane Brantley and Aiden Butler. Wolf
nice
delivers
pitch.
a beautiful curveball for strike one. That's the way to start a ball game.
Yes.
And comes back with a fastball low and away for a ball. Jones, the center fielder for the Lions. And that fastball catches the corner, so the count now 1-2. And a swing and a miss for a twice the eye strikeout to start things off here for Easton Wolf.
He iced him, Locke.
That's the way you want to see him start the game. A 4-pitch strikeout on Jones. That's going to bring up Kane Brantley. Brantley is the right fielder, left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. And I remember him from the last time we played, got the hot pink bat.
Yep.
He's going to take strike one on the corner from Wolf. And fouls this pitch off. Wolf ahead 0-2. I smell that big curveball coming.
I do too.
And takes something off with a changeup. Ball gets a little bit low, so the count now 1-2. Got plenty of pitches to waste here. Comes back inside fastball. That was a swing, but I think they're going to rule that a foul ball.
Yep, you got just a little.
Guess that one must have caught just the edge of the handle. I certainly didn't hear it hit a bat. Comes back inside. This is hit foul down the first baseline, right off that handle again. I think that would have probably hit him had he not turned on it. That was way inside. Inside again. This is hit sharply to second. Gets past Case Milford and into center field. Mosley will make the play and get the ball back in. So that's a tough play for Milford. The ball hit just on the second base side, not able to get a glove down. So a base hit for Brantley. That's going to bring up Aiden Butler with a man on first and one away here in the top of the first. Big curveball for strike one. And this is going to be foul back over our head. So 0-2 again. Wolf ahead again in the count.
No, 2 strikes on every batter so far.
Henderson uses a numerical sign. The coach just yells out a number. I miss the old days. And that pitch right on the corner. Colby Lout framed it well, but Easton does not get the call. So 1-2. Lout thought he had another strikeout. And there it is. And he ices another batter. So twice the ice strikeout. That's 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Wolf. That's going to bring up Fabiani. Fabiani is the 4-hole hitter. He plays second base. Henderson fans not happy with the call there. I'm sitting pretty close. That was right down the middle, folks.
Yeah, you can't complain about that one.
That fastball is just a hair high.
Did I hear somebody make a Wolf call over on our side?
Yeah, I think so.
If they're not, that's coming.
I think we need to kind of get some Game of Thrones action. Got
That's right.
the young wolf on the mound.
That's right.
So Brantley still hanging out over there. He takes off for second base. There'll be a throw down from Lout, and he is not going to get there with the throw, so Brantley able to steal second. It was a strike called at the plate, however. So count now 2-1 with 2 away on Fabiani. Great baseball name.
Yep.
Curveball's going to be popped up. Bellin makes the call on it and puts it away. The Riders face 4 batters. Wolf strikes out 2 and leaves zeros on the board. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Everybody, welcome back. Ready to go to the bottom of the first. Wolf with two strikeouts and then a fly out to the shortstop. It's time for our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the game. Like I think we saw one of them, and that's Wolf coming out and throwing strikes, which he did a plenty.
Yeah, got ahead of every batter he faced and put 2 of them down with strikeouts. That's the way to start a game. He's just got to carry that deep into the game. That's going to be the key.
The other key is I want to see us with some offensive production. You know, the Riders have made contact. They don't strike out a whole bunch, but you know, some of the games we've covered, they've hit the ball somewhere, but they've done a lot of fly balls. I feel like.
Yeah, we'll see.
To places where they, you know, we're not hitting it where they ain't.
Well, and I think that's why we see Coach Morris kind of mixed up his lineup tonight. We've got we are batting 3 freshmen, 1, 2, 3, Link, Wolf, and Lane, seeing if maybe get a little youth up there and get the ball moving. You know, lift is good, but you got to have power behind it. If you don't have power, you got to get the ball on the ground and beat some throws. So let's see if the Riders can get that going. Got Caden Foster on the mound, big right-hander for the Lions. And he goes low and away for ball 1.
Of course, this series is brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. That's the bank that I use.
Yep. And Sutton Link hit it right to the shortstop.
That's what I'm talking about, Locke.
Did not have to take a step. That's a tough play. Sutton got the barrel on that ball pretty good, but literally hit it right at Deshaun Jackson.
That's what the Riders have done. What's Coach Moore not teaching them? Hit the ball where they ain't, Coach.
That's right. That's right. You got to poke it in the holes, man.
That's right. But we've just been eat up with that, and Coach was saying, I think in our postgame show, at some point we're gonna get a better break, and get, you know, and spray the ball where they're not.
Easton Wolf steps in. He takes a high strike there.
I think we know this umpire. He's got a pretty big zone.
Yeah, the zone has been pretty large so far. This hit right up the gut. That's a base hit by Wolf, helping his own cause tonight. Well struck, went right off the top of the pitcher's mound. Nobody had a chance at that ball. All right, Jaden Lane comes up with Wolf at first with 1 away. We'll see if Wolf tests Foster's arm here. The Riders do like to run. Got his sliding mitt on his hand. And Lane takes a fastball for strike 1. Coach Moore, old school signs. I like it.
Yep.
And Lane fouls one off the end of his toe, I think. Down in the count now, 0-2. Wolf takes off for second. There will be a throw. Wild throw way off the mark, and Wolf walks into second base. All right, so the Riders have a man in scoring position. That was a ball at the plate, so 1-2. Catcher just, that one got out of his hand a little loose and got high on him. So they will pull Wolf for a pinch runner. Let's see who this is going to be.
Looks like it's number 6 for the Rough Riders.
So number 6 is Not on my list. We'll try to figure that out for you folks. No, number 6.
Oh, is it not number 6?
Well, no. All right, we'll figure him out. Especially if he scores, we'll give him lots of attention.
Got a decent lead.
Okay, we just lost the scoreboard. And they're going to call Jaden Lane out on strikes. Wow, tough break. All right, so 2 away. Wolf still at second. That's going to bring up Logan Horton.
Of course, I always talk about the importance of 2 out hitting, and that's where we're going to see.
All right, well, the scoreboard just went out, folks. We're going to do our best to keep up with things for you.
Well, we have the Wallington Sharps Pierce scoreboard
right.
here. We know it is always 100% accurate.
Wolf breaks for
that's where
third.
he
He's
wants.
going to get a ground ball under his feet. The shortstop has to make a long throw and safe at first base. Logan Horton beats the throw. We got runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. What a job by both the base runner and the batter. Wolf had to jump over that ground ball before it got to the shortstop, Deshaun Jackson. Jackson made a great play. Give that young man credit.
So you say Jackson made a play that shouldn't have been close.
He made a jump throw, and Horton able to beat it out at first base. So 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Cody Atkinson comes up. They're going to pick. So the fake to third. They come back to first. Everybody's safe. Wolf was stealing all the way on the play. Had himself in position. The ground ball just happened to go under him. With 2 outs, we'll see if Horton decides to go here. And a swing and a miss from Atkinson. And another swing and a miss. So 2 strikes on Atkinson. He's going to have to work hard here. Looked like a changeup that time. Atkinson got about halfway through his swing and just dropped the bat. And this is fouled off. Foster came inside right under Atkinson's hands with that one. Horton breaks it first, and Atkinson swings and miss. I think that was a foul tip, but third strike is caught by the catcher. The Riders are going to strand 2. We'll head to the top of the second when we come back.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
So many things get. For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. Beginning with Judge John Tomlin and his wife Ann, new owners Matt and Mallory Snyder have cut the ribbon on a new tradition, providing insurance for farm families by farm families. In Shelby County, that's a tradition worth protecting. Tomlin Insurance Store.
Everybody, welcome back. This is the Henderson series brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. Wolf in the first inning struck out 2. And we're going to start off, excuse me, we're going to start off with Jackson, who made a pretty good play at shortstop earlier. Didn't quite get the out. But the Riders able to put up 2 hits here in the first inning. Can't get a run across, but do get a runner to third.
Yeah, the Riders putting a lot of pressure early. That's a good sign. We'll see. Wolf kind of set the tone for the Riders when he struck out 2 in the first inning. He's going to face the 5, 6, 7 hitter here, Jackson, Hatchtel, and Biggs. This is going to be a flare just over the outreach arms of T.J. Bellin into left center field. So, wow, tough break. That ball was not hit hard at all. Bellin just did everything he could and couldn't get there. Well, they learned to swing on the first pitch because they took a lot of pitches that first inning.
Yep.
All right, so this is Maddox Hatchtel. He is the left fielder. You've got Jackson at first base. Pretty good lead. They're going to pick one, and he's back safe. And a good fastball in for strike.
Excuse me.
Jackson's got a lot of wheels at first. He's got a pretty good lead. We'll see if he tries to break. Easton steps off and puts him back on first. And he does break for second. This is going to be fouled just off the top post. So Jackson will head all the way back to first base. All right, so I'm keeping count in my head. That's are we 0-2 here, Shires?
No, we are 1-1.
1-1. All right. And the big curveball, beautiful pitch. Lout held it, thinking he was going to get the call, but does not. So the count now 2-1. And this hit hard right up the middle.
There's going to be 2, baby.
Turn 2. T.J. Bellin gets 2. Takes it himself. Nice play, T.J. Bellin.
And once again, Mosley digs one out.
Mosley got pulled off initially, but Bellin was so quick to first base with that cannon of an arm he has. Mosley was able to get up off the ground, reach back, and touch the bag. So double play pitcher's best friend, Easton Wolf, has some clean bases to work with. All right, 2 outs. Who's going to bring up Brian Biggs.
We saw him pitching the other night when we played before, right? Wasn't he the pitcher?
He was the starting pitcher. Playing first base tonight for the Lions. And this is going to be foul back as well. Well, just judging by the number of foul balls we've seen hit in these first 2 innings, Wolf has got some movement on that fastball.
Yep.
They are not getting a square look at it. And he misses with the curveball. The curveball's got a good break on it tonight. He's about 50-50 on catching the strike zone. And the changeup's going to be hit hard into left. Not able to get under it is Cody Atkins. So a base hit for Brian Biggs. So that was a solid base hit there. Probably the best hit ball we've seen tonight. Just did not get any air under it at all. All right, so Caden Foster comes to the plate. This is the starting pitcher for the Lions. 2 outs. We'll see if Biggs stays put over at first. And a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of tail. Wolf has got a good cut on that fastball. It's tailing away right at the last second. Comes inside and misses 1-1, but that was a great setup pitch. Made the batter turn. Comes back outside, misses, ball 2. And a swing and a miss. That was a swing for the fences, boy. Foster was trying to park that out in the pine trees.
It's coming at 1 and 2. See the hook here?
Yeah, I'm throwing the hook.
Nope, he comes back at him.
He came back with the fastball outside, and he fouls it back. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Foster's front foot came up, and his head went straight to the sky. He swung for everything he had on that, that last fastball. All right, so the count now still 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2.
That is correct.
2 outs. Man on first, takes off for second. And there's another ice team, twice the ice, and Wolf with 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, doing a great job here at the Horseshoe. There are zeros on the board. We'll be back in just.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. We get ready to go to the bottom of the second. Well, it just got up in the, what'd you say the temperature out here was?
78. It is beautiful.
Yeah. It was in the 80s the other day. I mean, it just made me think about it's time to go get a snow cone.
That's right.
You got your
I've already hit the snow cone, buddy.
Card,
I've
right?
got a frequent flyer card, and I am punching the holes. I tell you what.
Of course, the only place to do that.
The pina colada is hard to beat.
Yes.
And my wife loves their sugar-free menu. They've got a full sugar-free menu.
Well, that's good for all the folks out there looking to, either, watch their weight, or if if you got a lot of folks, having blood sugar,
that's right,
diabetes or pre-diabetes and stuff like that, you can have your cake and eat it too. And that's at Granny B's, 2 locations here in Center. One kind of across from New Sonic, and the other one at kind of the intersection at Tennehaw and Timpson Street. So go get you a snow cone.
All right, T.J. Bellin leads things off. Foster still on the hump for the Lions. And takes a fastball for a strike. Count now 1-1.
Yep. And I think both coaches need to tell, or both managers need to tell their hitters, you can't keep the. There we go.
Bellin's going to hit a high looper. This is headed toward foul territory, and the first baseman able to get under that.
Biggs is able to catch up to it.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Case Milford comes to the plate for the Riders. So Bellin, Milford, and Lout will come up. Lions playing their third baseman way in on the grass this whole game. And Milford takes a strike. And that fastball gets in the dirt, so the count 1-1. And a swing and a miss. So Milford got a little work to do here with 2 strikes. And this one foul back. Oh, and this one gets just a little too much. Catches Milford on the elbow pad, and he'll head down to first base.
That still probably hurt a little.
Yeah, that was a pretty good smack. You could hear it. I don't know if you could hear it on our audio, but you could hear it smack pretty good. Well, as they say, bruises are temporary, glory lasts forever.
That's right.
Yeah, Milford, Milford trying to shake it off over there. We'll give him a minute. Boy, he took that right. You saw him pointing to Coach Moore. I took it right off the right off the point of the elbow. Good thing he had that pad on.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to bring up senior Colt.
Sorry about that, folks. Accidentally hit a button.
And Colby's going to foul the first pitch he sees out of play. Gets a sign from Coach Moore. Milford with a healthy lead over at first. Takes a half step, and they're going to pick him. He's back safe. Now you need to get another half step. Got back way too easy. And he does. This one well outside for a ball. And this fouled away by Colby Loud at the plate. So 2 strikes on Loud.
Watch the changeup.
And there it was. Someone from the stands yelled, "Watch the changeup," and that is exactly what Colby Loud got for strike 3. So 2 outs now. Takes us to Gage Vidrine. He's the DH for the Riders, batting in the 9 hole. Another one of those true freshmen. He hits this solid at the shortstop. Deshaun Jackson has an easy toss to second for the 3rd out. So a lot of action from the Riders, just not able to capitalize. We'll head to the top of the 3rd when we come back to the Horseshoe.
This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production. This Watlington Shires and Pierce production on the YouTube channel of the Northeast Texas Sports Network, brought to you in part by Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Mathis Realty, proud of East Texas, one home at a time. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank. Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
All right, folks, get ready to go to the top of the 3rd. Score is still tied 0-0. By my count, we have had 2 hits by each team. Riders have had runners on the corners but couldn't push one across. Henderson's gotten one to second base a couple times, but that's as far as they've made it.
Easton Wolf still on the bunt for the Riders, doing a good job. Got 3 strikeouts in 2 innings so far.
I think they gave the count. This is he's pitched like 32 pitches.
32 pitches, 3 strikeouts, and he's about to start the top of the 3rd. That's pretty good numbers. Doing a good job for the Riders tonight. Need to hold these lines down and get a couple more base runners. Riders have had their opportunities in both innings, just not able to get those runners across the plate. All right, so Henderson is going to send up the bottom of the order. This is J.T. Howard, the 9-hole, and then they go back 1-2. So 9-1-2 batting here in the top of the third for the Lions. Big curveball is going to be hit to Horton at third. He vacuums that up and throws him out at first base. Boy, Horton made that look easy. That was a pretty well hit ball. And the vacuum cleaner over at third makes the first out.
That's right.
All right, so back to the top of the order. This will be the second time that Wolf sees Mason Jones. Struck out Jones the first time he came up. And misses inside. And a big strike. Counts 1-1. This is inside again, 2-1. Easton doing a good job working both sides of the plate here. Seeing a lot of foul balls. Comes back inside with the curveball, but it just hangs out too much. So 3-1. And this is going to be hit way in the air just behind third base. And T.J. Belton calls for it and makes the play. So 2 outs here in the top of the third. That's going to bring up Kane Brantley. And Wolf goes back to the fastball outside, but misses. Comes back with the same pitch, and that's going to catch the zone. So 1-1. And this one hits softly towards second. Case Milford charges and gets him at first base. What a bang-bang play. Milford had to come in hard, and Wolf faces the minimum. He goes 9-1-2 and sets all 3 down. So the Riders pick up the bats, and we'll head to the bottom of the third here at the Horseshoe.
Don't miss your chance to experience the Blake Furniture Solar Eclipse Blackout Sale. Come into any of our 90s Texas locations, mention Blackout, and you're eligible for interest-free terms and free local delivery. Just like the Eclipse, this Blackout Sale will go away fast. Come see us today.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Everybody, welcome back. We'll go to the bottom of the third here. This is about what we expected, Jason Locke.
That's right. Good ball game. Solid on both sides. And a strike called. This is back to the top of the order for the Riders. Sutton Link, Easton Wolf, Jaden Lane will come to the plate. This is Link. And, gets fooled by a pitch on the outside corner. Got a pitching duel going. Caden Foster still on the mound for the Lions. They set up outside, and he misses. And that, wow. What was that? A half inch from being a fair ball down the left field line?
A half inch from being a triple.
Wow.
Potentially.
That ball landed in the grass fair, but then it skipped and was spinning, and they called it a foul ball. That was a tough break for Link. Hits this softly. The pitcher makes a stab at it. Good play for the out. Give that young man credit. Caden Foster had to dive for that ball to keep it from getting past him. Able to get Link at first. All right, that's going to bring Easton Wolf to the plate. And he takes one inside for a ball. Not had a lot of hard hit balls on either side tonight. Only had a couple leave the infield. And that fastball way high. 2-0. And a swing and a miss. 2-1.
It's a pretty nice compact swing that Wolf has. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, he kind of squats, kind of almost Craig Biggio when he actually swings the bat. Real quick hands. Count's now 3-1. So this is when you get to be really picky if you're a hitter. He stands up, but right as when he readies to swing, he kind of squats right there. That one goes off his leg for a foul ball, and he's hobbling.
One of the few full counts we've had this evening.
That's one of those where you hobble whether it hit you or not.
Yeah.
Because the umpire thought it did.
Yeah.
So you kind of, that hurts. That hurts. Wait a minute.
Right off my foot.
Let me rub this.
My big toe. Well, I think it actually did hit him.
Full count. And in the dirt, Wolf draws a walk. So the Riders with a man on. That's going to bring up Jaden Lane.
Sir, is there a way to get the scoreboard working at all? Huh? They've tried everything they can. Oh, it's digital, right? Yeah.
All right, so they're going to let Wolf sit for a pinch runner. Get everybody set up here.
Yep. So one out, runner on first.
All right, Jaden Lane got a chance to do something here for the Riders.
Jaden struck out looking.
And that changeup fooled him there. Just a weak swing. He realized it. He was already pulling the trigger, though. Not a breath of wind on the field.
No.
But a beautiful night here at the Horseshoe.
It is. Pretty night.
Wolf's got good speed. We'll see if he gets a green light with one out here.
Did they leave him out, or did they give him a courtesy runner?
Oh, that's right. They did. They brought in a courtesy runner, and I didn't get to see a number, so I'm not sure who that is. That pitch was in the dirt. And they are going to try first base. He's back safe.
Of course, they are holding our runner, so Lane does have a large hole if he can get out in front of the ball and drive it into right field.
And the runner breaks, throw is outside, and they are going to get him at second base by a mile. That was not a good pitch to run on.
Nope.
Catcher really not taking anything away from him. He didn't do anything special. That throw was on the money. He just beat him by 2 steps.
Yep. I don't know if it was a pitch out. It was to the outside.
Yeah, it made it pretty easy for the catcher. He just swung his arm out, stood up, and made a fire down to second for the out. And they call a strike on Mosley. Wow, that was shoulder high. So 2 strikes now.
Yep, 1 and 2.
And this one well outside. So 2-2.
Oh, maybe 3-2. Hold on, I think I missed one. I think.
Is it full count? Okay,
it's
full count to Jaden Lane.
Count that one that on the throwdown was.
You're right. Yep, I missed a pitch. And that one skips in, ball 4. So, gosh, hate to see the attempted stolen base and getting thrown out with Lane drawing another walk. All right, that's going to bring up the cleanup batter, Logan Horton.
Horton with a single in the first.
And a strike. Start things off to Horton. Good lead over at first base by Lane. I don't think we run in this situation.
No. Of course, Horton is just a junior. It seems like he's been around forever because, I mean, he started as a freshman.
And this hit hard to the shortstop, Deshaun Jackson. He's going to come all the way across to first, and he gets Horton at first base. So the Riders, again, strand a runner, not able to get things going all the way around here. We will come back after these words.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tenaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen and Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Well, Mr. Locke, we're moving right along here as we go to the top of the 4th. Still 0-0.
Yeah, pretty good pitching duel tonight. Both Foster for the Lions, Wolf for the Riders, doing a good job. Few base runners almost every inning, but nobody ever to put anything back to back here.
It's coming up Butler, who was able to get a base hit in the first inning.
So Butler, Fabiani, and Jackson. That's 3, 4, 5 coming up here, and that first pitch foul. Wolf done a good job, just about ahead on every batter tonight. And this fastball is going to be hit sharply to Milford. Milford unable to come up with it clean.
Oh, I thought he had knocked it down, but he just couldn't find it.
Yeah, he got in front of it and stopped it. I think it just trickled between the wickets and unable to come up with it clean in his hand and make the throw. So unfortunately, Butler on with the error. So Connor Fabiani comes up. No outs.
Fabiani ended the first inning with a fly out to Bellin.
And he squares and bunts. That's a clean bunt. It's going to be taken by Loud at first. they're going to call him safe at first base. I think Lane, the throw was kind of off, and Lane had to come off to catch that ball. So runners are safe at first and second, and well-executed bunt play by the Lions. All right, no outs. Runners at first and second. Deshaun Jackson, 5-hole hitter, steps in for the Henderson Lions. Oh, the hidden ball trick. And they call him out at first base. Jaden Lane had the ball in his glove. I don't know if Easton Wolf stepped on the mound or not. If he stepped on the rubber, that is a balk. That's what the umpires are discussing. If he did not step on the rubber, the hidden ball trick, he is out at first base. The field umpire called him out. The home umpire is discussing it. If he touched the rubber, it is a balk. And that's certainly what the Henderson coach is going to argue.
But I mean, if you're running that play, don't you, as the pitcher, don't you make sure you don't touch the
Yeah,
rubber?
I mean, it's not something that Lane would have dreamed up on his own. They would have had that play called and executed. That means Wolf's going to be smart enough not to touch the mound, and he is out at first base. So good job. The Riders sneak one in and take an out away from the Henderson Lions.
When was the last time you seen that play?
It's been a while, folks. It's rarely executed. You got to do it just right. Got a little bit between the fans going on here. They're not happy in Henderson, and the center fans are enjoying every minute of it. So here we go. And they're going to bunt at the plate. Hard bunt. Nobody's at first base. Cole Milford made a flying dash, but the runner beats him to first. So now we're runners at the corners, first and second. Coach Moore's going to talk to him about that one because that was a close play. Milford thought he beat the runner. Don't know if the umpire's kind of given one back there. It was awfully close. I will give them that. All right, well, both coaches feel like they got one taken away from them here in this inning.
In any event, where we are now, we have runners on the corner with one out.
All right, things suddenly got pretty lively here. This is going to be Maddox Hatchell at the plate.
Things a little chippy between the fans here.
Riders are going to call a play, first and third.
Well, if you see another bunt here, they've had some success bunting. Put a squeeze. You could put a squeeze play on here, couldn't you?
Yeah, you certainly could, especially with a right-handed batter. And he swings away, and it's a foul pop down the first base line, too far.
Of course, you almost don't want them to catch that, because if they catch
yeah,
that, that's going to score the
you catch that,
run.
you're going to score the run. I'm kind of surprised they let him swing away. I mean, I'm like you. I would have at least tried to maybe lay a bunt. Even a safety bunt would have been fine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised. Hatchell is your, what, 6-hole batter?
Yep.
So they break for second.
Yeah,
he does
right.
bunt this time. That is a foul bunt. That's going to put him 0-2, and everybody goes back. Wow.
That's what you should have done on the first place.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to bunt the first pitch. Now your batter's down 0-2.
And if Wolf can get the K here, then he really helps himself.
The runner at first had a huge leap. He had stolen second, no question. He goes again. Lout does a good job smothering that. So we give up the bag, but a good job blocking by Lout. So what do you have the count at the plate?
1-2.
1-2, okay. Runners at second and third, 1 out. And that outside evens the count, 2-all. Henderson coach wasn't happy. I think his batter at the plate was supposed to do something there. I don't know what. You surely aren't going to bunt him in a 2-strike count.
Oh,
and that's it. Another twice the ice strikeout, and none bigger tonight for Easton Wolf. And the coach is furious. He comes off. I think he is saying that there's some kind of balk or something going on. He was yelling and pointing at Easton Wolf before that pitch.
Everybody knows what the importance of this ball game.
Yeah, this is a huge game for both towns. I saw the coach yell and point before the pitch was delivered, but I don't know what he's saying. Easton wasn't moving that I could tell. Maybe he wasn't on the rubber as solid as that coach thought. I have no idea. He's got a better vantage point than we do. Anyway, 2 outs now. Runners at second and third. And this is going to be Biggs stepping in.
Biggs with a single his first time up.
Good fastball for strike 1. That was a perfect pitch right under Biggs' hands. There's not much you can do with that but foul it off or just trickle it. Big sweeping curveball goes way outside, 1-all. And this hit a mile high into right field. This is going to be Sutton Link's ball. Can't get there, went foul. Boy, the Riders just almost got out of an inning. But we'll take it and call it a long strike. So the count now 1-2. I'll tell you what, Jaden Lane ran a mile for that.
Yes,
Sutton Link ran a mile. They almost got there.
So what an exciting inning. The hidden ball play. Bunts. Close plays at the bags.
All right, 2 outs. 1-2 count on the batter. Runners at second and third.
Got him.
Swing and a miss. No bigger. Twice the ice strikeout. I just said a big one. That is an even bigger one.
That's right.
The Riders, the line spotted the lines, 2 base runners and no outs, and they pitch around it. What a fantastic job. 2 more strikeouts by Wolf to get out of the inning. It's a good ball game, folks. We'll be right back.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look.
If you're looking for land or a home in Shelby County, you go with Shelby County's real estate leader, Tammy Steptoe Realty. Judging from homes listed and homes sold, Tammy Steptoe leads the way in all of Shelby County. Check their listings on steptoerealty.com or give her or Kimberly Goodman a call. Tammy Steptoe Realty, where realty becomes reality.
Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand 2 very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
Everybody, welcome back here. This is the Henderson series brought to you by Shelby Savings Bank. We're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still a scoreless ball game. A lot of action, a lot of excitement, a lot of fan excitement here. Little back and forth between the folks. And it's a heck of a ball game here against 2 teams that I mean, both these teams are playing pretty good ball here.
Yeah, this is a terrific game tonight. I mean, good little pitchers duel going between Foster and Wolf, but they have put the ball in play. Both teams have had opportunities and had base runners. I mean, the Lions had 2 men on and no outs that last inning, and the Riders able to make the play. Whoa, the catcher almost took his shortstop's head off.
Yep.
Shortstop wasn't paying attention. The ball whizzed by his ear.
Again, if you weren't with us in the pregame show, Riders with a 1/2 game lead over Henderson. And so the winner of this game will be in the 4th position, the final playoff position. And as they've split, we covered the first game during the round robin where Henderson got a victory. But Tuesday night, Center went to Henderson and was able to win 2-1. It looks like we might be headed to some kind of result like that here this evening.
And Cody Atkinson fouls off the first pitch he sees. Cody's going to start things off. We've got Atkinson, Bellin, and Milford coming to the plate this inning.
An hour in, we're already in the bottom of the 4th. Again, both these teams are playing well.
Atkinson squares and lays down a bunt right to the pitcher. Not sure about that, folks, but Riders trying to do anything to get a base runner. They're going to throw Atkinson out at first base. I mean, I guess that's a great idea if he bunts toward third.
Yeah,
the third baseman finally was playing back on a play, but it didn't. It went right back to Foster on the mound.
Got to get a little more of a
little more angle on that. All right, T.J. Bellin comes up. Big curveball for a strike. Haven't seen Foster throw that pitch very often, but that was a beauty. Comes back with a fastball. Bellin hits it right to the third baseman, J.T. Howard. He didn't have to lift a finger. And the Riders find themselves down 2 outs on, what, 3 pitches?
Yeah.
All right, Case Milford comes up with 2 outs here. Need a little 2-out rally from the Riders. And that one way inside.
Milford had one on way inside on his first time at bat.
He had bought a ticket and was already bailing out on that journey.
Yep.
Comes inside again. This one off the handle, back to Foster, and he's going to take care of Milford. On 5 pitches, Foster gets his 3 outs. That's a quick half inning, and we'll be right back.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Everybody, welcome back. Here we go to the top of the 5th. In the score, it remains 0-0.
So they just announced the pitch count. Henderson's at 52, Center's at 55. Going into the 5th inning, that's pretty efficient in high school baseball, folks. We got a pitch and duel here.
Yes, we do.
Both teams had a few chances, just not able to do much with that. Boy, I tell you what, Easton Wolf came up huge that last inning, putting away 2 strikeouts to end the threat. All right. So we're going to start off with Caden Foster. This was still is the starting pitcher. He is the 8 hole, so we'll go number 8, 9, and back to the top of the order 1. for Easton Wolf to face. Fastball gets in the dirt. Boy, a lot of noise coming from the dugouts now. Both teams got woken up that last inning. Comes inside and misses 2-0. Wolf with a big curveball. My goodness. That was beautiful. Count now 2-1. I saw Lout setting up outside. I thought they were going fastball away, but the big hook. Comes back with it again. Oh, same spot. I think he missed low.
Yeah, I think he did.
3-1. And this hit hard to second base. Milford comes up easy. And wow, makes it tough. Jay Lane had to stab that and get it out of the dirt, but we make the out at first base.
If I'm Lane, I'm like, come on, dude.
Like you're like 30 feet from me.
Yeah. I know you just have so much time that you get it. You just want to. You just got to kind of mindlessly zip it over. You don't want to be thinking about it.
Yeah, Milford thought about that.
Yeah.
Man, I got all day. I'm just going to toss this over, and he ended up throwing it in the dirt.
Aimed it too much, yeah. There's
another big curveball. That one's going to miss. We got J.T. Howard at the plate, 9-hole hitter. And this one's foul back. Count even 1-all.
That was nasty. That was right inside on the.
I've really been impressed with Wolf. He is working every corner of the plate. And this one right down Broadway for strike 2.
That's what you need to do with the guys in the bottom part of the order. You don't want to mess around with them. You want to.
Yeah, go right at them. If you're gonna beat me with my best stuff. I'm coming right at you. Ooh, and that fastball was smoking just a little high. Count it 2-all.
Oh.
And the big curveball is going to hit him on the shoulder. So, unfortunately, the 9-hole hitter is going to be on with a hit batsman. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Mason Jones.
And this is where we've seen the Riders get in trouble before, letting the 9-hole hitter on, especially when you had him down with 2 strikes.
Yeah, I was surprised he went back to the curveball there. All right, not much of a lead. Fastball is going to be popped up on the infield. Milford calls for it. No, check that. Jaden Lane calls for it, and Lane puts it away easy. Boy, that was a good break for Wolf. 1 pitch, 1 pop, 1 out.
That's an infield fly rule, too, wouldn't that have been, Locke?
Yeah, that's an infield fly, less than 2 outs, runners at first base. So
yeah, we need to take a minute to explain to folks that. We do that every year.
Yeah, so the infield fly is a safety thing so that you can't endanger runners by purposely dropping the ball. The batter is going to be called out because of the force situation. But Lane still made a good play on the ball. And a big swing and a miss. This is Brantley. Brantley with the pink bat, and he steps way out of the box trying to hit that.
Brantley 0 for 2 this inning with a strikeout looking in the first, and he grounded out to Milford in the third.
So we did figure out what the Henderson coach was upset about. In between innings, he was complaining that Wolf is not putting his foot on the rubber, that he's stepping over it when he comes set, but he's not making good enough contact. So that was what he was upset about on that, what they thought was a balk call earlier on the hidden ball trick. Wolf was standing over and straddling the rubber, but he was not touching it.
Gotcha.
All right, this is popped up on the infield. Colby Lout calls for it behind the plate and makes the play. Ooh, that is such a tough play, folks.
Yes,
if you've never played catcher, the ball is spinning away from you, and Lout able to make the third out. Big inning for the Riders coming up.
What do you do when the world gets a little blurry? When the eyes aren't exactly doing what they once did? you need a little focus. In Center, Texas, that focus is on the center square right next to the Rio, the beautiful and historic offices of Dr. Charles Collard. If it's frames or contacts you're looking for, or if it's a more serious problem, Dr. Collard can help you. Dr. Charles Collard.
Everybody, it's time to stretch. It's the fifth inning stretch brought to you by Aurora Concepts as we go to the bottom of the fifth here.
That's right. If you stretch and something pops. You need to go see Aurora Concepts.
That's right.
And let them figure that out for you. All right, Colby Lout, senior, coming up. Going to lead things off here. We got Lout, Vadreen, and Link swinging the bat.
Lout struck out looking on. Remember, we had the off-speed pitch. He's going to take a swing at strike one.
That pitch right in on the hands. Hard not to swing at it. And they go outside and miss. Count even at 1-all. And this is going to be a slow roller back to the pitcher, and Foster makes an easy play at first base.
Had like two of those last inning.
Boy, they pound Lout inside over and over and over, and I mean, he did everything he could. But once again, we talked about it a couple of innings ago. On those inside pitches on the handle, you're either going to foul it off or you're just going to dribble it. That one dribbled right back to Foster. All right, so one away. This is Gage Vadreen, our DH. Well outside. All right, so I'm going to make an observation here. Foster's getting tired. He is not bending over. He's not following through on his pitches any longer. He's just kind of standing there throwing it all arm.
The Riders need to capitalize on that.
And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. That is not what Vadreen wanted, so he's down in the count 1-2 here. Yeah, just watch Foster on his follow-through. He's just standing up. And another comebacker. Wow, we're making it easy for him. 2 outs on comebackers to the pitcher. All right, the Riders back to the top of their order. This is Sutton Link. Steps in.
Link 0 for 2 this evening. He flew out to the shortstop, and he did hit a comebacker back to the pitcher. So we'll see what he does this time. Vadreen, also a freshman.
All right, this is hit hard to third. It takes a hop. And off the bag. Yes, he is off the bag. That's right. J.T. Howard throws it across to Biggs, but the throw was on the outside of first base, and it pulled Biggs away.
The umpire was right there, right on top of it.
He's standing on top of it. I mean, I know they're not happy, but, folks, he was 2 foot from the play. Henderson coach is going to appeal to home plate, which is in his right. Home plate's going to step out, and they're going to discuss it. There is no way you overrule that.
The official or umpire, he was right there. I mean, he was positioned perfect to
home plate can't see that because of where it is. So he is safe at first base. Coach is not happy. He's going to have another discussion here. I understand this is a big game for both teams. Every base runner matters. Oh my gosh. Crowd is really getting into it. All right, so the Riders have their Sutton Link on at first base with 1 out. Easton Wolf comes to the plate to help his own cause here.
Get our signals.
All right, Link with a big lead. He's pretty aggressive on the base pass. Wolf going to step in with 1 out. Riders need to manufacture a run here somehow. Link breaks. There will be no throw. The catcher not able to get a good grip on the ball. So Link steals second, standing up. So in scoring position.
I believe that was a strike called, right?
I think you're correct. I think there was a strike called at the plate.
Now Wolf with a chance. So if he can get his second hit of the evening and with the potential to drive Link in.
The Lions have really slowed this game down. Their signals are coming in really slow, catcher to pitcher. So that pitch in the dirt outside.
You're right. This game moved along at a very brisk pace early, but it has really slowed down quite considerably.
Yeah, and look, Foster's thrown a fantastic game. Don't misunderstand, but I just, his body language, he is really getting tired. You can tell by the follow through, and that's going to be fouled off the plate. But he's just not able to bend and stretch like he was on early pitches. He's throwing everything just arm and shoulder. All right, so 1-2 count, is that correct?
That's right.
All right, 1-2 count, 1 out. Sutton Link standing on second. Easton Wolf gets his signals from Coach Moore, and here we go. And we're going to step off the mound and start over again. Boy, things are just dragging molasses pace. Both teams trying to get a little mental edge here. Set way outside. And a comebacker gets over his head. We got a chance here. And Wolf just a half step short. Unfortunately, we're going to strand Link on the bags again. The Rough Riders had a good opportunity there, not able to capitalize. So we've still got 0-0 here at the Horseshoe.
This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production.
With over 30 years of expertise, has made its own. Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
All right, folks, here we go to the top of the sixth. I've got Butler coming up to bat first.
That's right. He's the 3-hole.
Yeah, and he's 2 for 2 this evening. So if you're Henderson, that's who you want up to bat.
So Butler, Fabiani, and Jackson, 3, 4, 5 hitters coming to the plate. It's going to be a big test for the Riders. Wolf has thrown 68 pitches so far. Both teams playing very well. And just inside, boy, he almost caught Butler. All right, second pitch misses, so 2-0 to Butler. That's going to be the 70th pitch, so Easton putting a lot of pitches on his arm tonight, getting a little tired. Comes back with a good fastball for a strike, so 2-1. And another good inside pitch. This one catches the corner. 2-2, folks. This would be a huge out.
Something we haven't done, which is get Butler out this game.
And that one in the dirt. Full count.
Butler held up on it. It looked like he might have wanted to go.
And again, killing time. Little mental interruption here. Beautiful curveball for strike 3, and there's another twice the ice strikeout for Mr. Easton Wolf. What a huge pitch, folks.
Yes.
He iced him on a beautiful curveball. That's going to bring up Connor Fabiani. Starts him inside exactly like he did Butler. And outside with the changeup. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1.
Wolf has looked great tonight on the mound.
And a swing and a miss on the inside corner makes it 1-2. He may be a true freshman, but he is pitching like a 5-year senior. Comes back with another good fastball for another icing. And that is a twice the ice strikeout. 2 this inning for Wolf. So Deshaun Jackson comes up. That was masterful pitching from
Yes,
Wolf.
it was.
Great pitch selection, using his location. Fastball starts off Jackson on strike 1. Comes inside fastball for strike 2.
Is that a fastball or did that have a little? It had some movement on it.
His fastball's got just a little bit of a cut tail on it. I mean, it's got just a tiny bit of movement right at the end, but he brought that in right under the hands. Hard not to swing at that pitch. And that one is going to be hit just foul. That was an outside fastball. Jackson pulled it. I mean, he literally, I think he took his hand off the bat and just reached out and slapped at it to keep his bat alive here. 0-2 count. Plenty of pitches to waste for Wolf. Goes outside and misses. 1-2. And that one skips in. 2-all. And this is going to be hit hard into center field. Will Mosley get there? No. A one-hopper to Mosley. Base hit for Deshaun Jackson. A rare hit given up by Wolf. All right, 2 outs. Man on first, and Maddox Hatchell comes to the plate. Jackson breaks on the first pitch. There will be a throwdown. Not in time. Ball gets away from Milford at second base. Looks like a little communication trouble. Milford and Bellin were at the bag. Milford tried to reach across his body, not able to pull that back in. And this is a foul ball. So 2 outs. Jackson is in scoring position. Maddox Hatchell at the plate with 1 out. Or excuse me, with 1 strike.
Hatchell 0 for 2. Just need to concentrate on the batter and get him out.
And this is hit a mile high. It's going to be called by Horton at third. Bellin calls him off at short and puts it away. Wow, what a huge inning for Easton Wolf and a host of riders. We are 0-0 here at the Horseshoe.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Everybody, welcome. I go to the bottom of 6 here. Going to have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters with Lane, Horton, and Atkinson up.
Foster still on the mound for the Lions. And that pitch well outside. Jaden Lane, one of those true freshmen, doing a great job over at first base tonight. And that's in under the hands for a strike. 1-1. And that one skips in. 2-1. And a big swing and a miss, 2-2. I think that was a changeup.
Yep.
Lane was swinging for the fences. And they set him up outside, and Lane misses for strike 3. Tough play. Foster made a good pitch there. That's going to bring us to Logan Horton. Cleanup hitter tonight for the Riders. And that ball in the dirt. And a foul ball evens the count. Hit hard toward shortstop. Jackson charges it and does make the play at first base. Boy, Horton hit that hard. He just hit it right at Jackson. Riders having a tough time finding a gap in this defense tonight. Cody Atkinson comes in with 2 outs. And a foul ball. And another foul ball.
I was working on something for the post-game show. just see what the umpire calls us here.
Should be 2-2, I believe. And just pokes at this. It's going to bloop, and tough play. Fabiani's able to drift out from second base and make the play. So the Riders and the Lions, we are 0-0 headed into the 7th frame here at the Horseshoe when we come back.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health. This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production.
All right, here we go, folks. Top of the 7th.
Easton Wolf comes out to finish things up for the Riders. Pitched a great game so far. This should be Brian Biggs. So we will face 7, 8, and 9. Inside pitch is fouled off at the plate for strike 1. And took something off that for another foul ball. Makes it strike 2. Wolf needs to be efficient here. 0-2 count. Just misses inside. That was a good looking spot. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. A twice the ice strikeout by Mr. Wolf. What a night he is having, folks, on the mound.
There's no doubt. Unless somebody comes up and hits a DQ dinger for the Rough Riders, it's going to be hard to knock Easton out of the Center Montgomery player of the game spot. Look at that. Oh, that the pitch looked good to me.
I think that one, I don't think that was the pitch that Lout was looking for. A little cross up on that. This is Foster, the opposing pitcher, so pitcher on pitcher here. And that's foul back, so the count now 1-1.
One and one with one out.
And strike 2 looking. Boy, that was that same pitch right under the hands. He caught a little bit of the plate that time. So now 1-2 to the batter. Sets him up strike. Oh, sets him up outside for the big curveball. Does not get the call. So the count even 2-2. Comes back high and inside, fastball and misses. Full count.
Do you set him up with the hook again, or do you just come right down, right at him?
The big hook for strike 3. Wow, what a beautiful pitch. I think that's the best of the night that we've seen. Another twice the ice strikeout, and this one was looking, folks. Easton Wolf has pitched a gem.
Yes, he has.
So this is the 9-hole hitter. He struck out 8. Struck out 7, struck out 8.
Mm-hmm.
Starts off Howard with a ball in the dirt.
There's that pitch again. Oh, yeah.
Another big curveball for a strike. He has found it tonight, that's for sure. Comes quickly for strike 2. Boy, he is doing a great job changing his motion, his rhythm. He goes slow, then he goes fast.
You can tell he's in command of this battle.
And that one's going to skip in. 2-2.
Now you think would see the hook again, but he'll probably come with the fastball.
Yeah, I'm either fastball changeup here. And he throws the curveball again. All right, full count.
Full count.
Now you throw the changeup. And he comes back fastball, and I think the umpire was going to call ball 3, and we missed the ball. Oh, my goodness. Umpire reared his arm back to call strike 3, and Lout didn't cleanly glove the ball. And he called ball 4. Wow. Did you see his arm?
Yes.
He was ripping to call him out on strikes. Man, tough break for Wolf there. All right, they're back to the top of the order. This is Jones. Yeah. And he breaks for second. Strike called at the plate. No throw there. So top of the 7th, we got 2 outs, a runner on second.
And 1 strike at the.
And this is going to be hit into center field. Folks, this is not good. There's a huge gap there. Center fielder slips down, and Mosley will not get the ball in time. The Lions score a run, and he is safe at third. Tough break for the Rough Riders. They had shaded Mosley over to the left field side, and that ball hit just in the right field gap. Tough break. They finally got a pitch they could handle from Wolf. And Jones made the most of it.
Yeah. What a good job by Howard for Henderson to wiggle off the hook. And what a big call, right?
And they're going to bunt foul.
And what a big call.
I'm telling you, if we catch that ball clean at the plate, they were going to ring him up strike 3. The umpire literally drew his arm back, saw the ball get past Lout, and changed his mind.
Yep.
Boy, that takes the wind out of your sails. Folks, he had pitched a shutout for 6 2/3 innings. All right, well, nothing we can do but go after the next batter.
Yep.
So Jones is standing on third. I believe this is going to be a pinch hitter. Not able to see his jersey number, so I'm not sure who this is. I think this is Sebastian Vega.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, hold on. That is not Vega. That is Kane Brantley. They're going to stick with their batting order. So this is Brantley.
Got to limit it to 1, if at all possible.
And that pitch is outside. Brantley came up so slow, I thought he was a pinch batter.
2-1 is the count.
And that was a swing and a miss at the plate. Are they going to call that?
He definitely swung.
He had to swing. Yeah, 2-2. He kind of half-heartedly pointed. I wasn't sure if he was calling that strike or not. So 2-2 on the batter. We got 2 outs and a man on third. And that pitch in the dirt, full count.
Henderson's able to push one across here in the top of the 7th.
And a foul check.
The count remains full.
And the big curveball. And Wolf with 3 strikeouts in the innings, folks, but gave up 1 pitch. And the Lions lead 1-0. The Riders get 3 more swings.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store. You'll find us on Facebook only. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out as we have auctions going on right now. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, an online auction store that can save you lots of money. Go check out our page, bid on items you like, and save yourself a lot of money. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, Facebook only, located in Center. At Sparky D's Bargain Store, we'll save you more.
This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
All right, last chance for the Rough Riders here. Excellent defensive game by both teams, 0-0 until the top of the 7th, and Henderson is able to get 1. Let's see if the Riders can tie it up or maybe get 2.
Bellin swinging on the first pitch, hits it hard to the shortstop Jackson, and they miss it at first base. Bellin, the leadoff run is on for the Riders here in the bottom of the 7th.
All right, that's what we needed.
They are awarding Bellin second base.
I guess
the ball
it went into the
the
dugout.
overthrow went into the dugout. Coach Moore walked up and asked the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire agreed. He had already made the call. So Bellin is in scoring position, no outs, bottom of the 7th.
All right, so do you hit away here or do you try to get him to third, Locke?
Case Milford, I just don't know what kind of bunter Milford is. I don't know if you hit away here or try to bunt him. If you bunt it to first base, nobody in this town can throw out T.J. Bellin. They do square. It is a strike call at the plate. So Milford not able to put a bat on that. It was a high strike on the outside corner, but it was a strike nonetheless.
I mean, they are holding Bellin. There's a great big gap between third and second.
Milford calls time and steps away. So I tell you what, though, first base is crashing.
Yep.
Third base is wide open. They bunt first base, and it gets past him. They're going to be safe on the corners. Riders on the corners. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
The third baseman looked up, folks.
Yep.
I hate it for that young man. He has played a great game, but Biggs at the last second looked up to see where Bellin was.
He was thinking about going to third to try to get him.
He was thinking about coming across. You are exactly right, and the ball just got over his glove, and the Riders have no outs, runners at the corners. Now, Colby Lout is at the plate.
The senior.
If he can put down a suicide squeeze bunt, we tie this game up. All right, Coach Moore is going to call timeout. He wants to talk to his batter and his runner here.
So let's set it. There are no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Riders have runners on the corner after Bellin hits a tough shot to the shortstop. Throwing error goes into the dugout. It allows Bellin to go to second. And then we have a bunt, sacrifice attempt, and Biggs is unable to control the ball, and so everybody's safe. And we're going to make a pitching change?
No, is he just
going to talk strategy?
Moore's going to talk to the runners. We're going to talk strategy on the infield. So the Henderson coach comes out. He's going to talk to his pitcher. And, folks, let's give Caden Foster a huge amount of credit. He and Easton Wolf have pitched a gem for both of their teams. Both of them had shutouts going into the 7th inning. So it has been a tremendous game.
And Foster still does, hopefully from the rider standpoint, not for long.
All right. So, yeah, Coach Moore put on a play here. We're not sure what he's going to do. Lout is at the plate.
Again, you've got speed with Bellin at third. So, once again, like you said, a squeeze would not be out of the question.
All right. So do you do a safety squeeze? I mean, there's no question you're running at first base.
Right.
You're absolutely running at first base. But do you safety squeeze on the bunt? I mean, Bellin is halfway down the line. They're not holding him at third, of course. Here he comes. He's coming to the plate. It's bunted. Oh, and just fair. No, it goes foul. Just foul. I thought it was running right down the chalk, folks.
Yes, it was.
Right down the chalk. That was a high pitch. Loud had to reach way up to even get a bat on it. Able to get the ball down, but Bellin had to go back to third. So we will reset and do it all again.
Right, Lout has to make contact with the ball there.
Yeah,
that's the trick.
He did his job. That was just a high pitch on the outside corner, and he just literally threw the bat at it, trying to make contact. You know, I tell you, with a high outside pitch, if he doesn't make contact, Bellin steals home.
Yeah,
he steals home easy.
That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, he was going all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, he was 3/4 down the line before the ball got
no suicide. That was a straight suicide squeeze play there. That wasn't a safety squeeze.
No.
Third base wasn't holding him. Bellin was 3/4 of the way to the plate.
What do we do here?
He's coming again. This one's fair. This one's fair. Tie ball, tie game. Yes, sir. Good job, Colby Lout. The big senior comes up with the biggest bunt of his life.
Yes.
The whole dugout comes out to congratulate their senior. This ball game is tied, and we've got a runner at second base with one out. All right, Gage Vadreen, the DH, is at the plate. We've got Milford standing at second. There is one out. So they're going to work Milford hard, trying to keep him at second base. This pitch in the dirt. Milford goes to third, and the Riders are in position.
My.
What a change of events in 2 pitches, folks.
Ain't nobody better, kid.
All right, so Milford's at third. Vadreen has got a 1 ball, no strikes. Coach Moore talks to him for just a second.
The infield has to come in.
Yeah, the infield's going to crash. Everybody's going to – all Milford has to do – or, excuse me, Vadreen has to do, if he can just put the ball in play, that's all he's got to do. Now, they're actually going to switch their infield up. They're going to put their better arms so the second and shortstop shift over. They move their third baseman over to second, so Howard goes over to second. They shift the shortstops and second baseman over to get the better arms and better gloves in position.
So Riders with 2 chances here.
I'm taking a couple of pitches. I mean, the infield's in.
Yep.
They make a mistake here or another pass ball, and it's ball game. They squared a bunt. They go to third. Milford's back. No problem.
So you had the safety on there.
All right, everybody's got to be smart here. You don't want to make a mistake and run into an out. There's only one out.
Yeah.
Milford does not have to go anywhere. They square the bunt, and it's bunted foul. So I've got it 1-1 at the plate.
Yes,
is that right?
That's right.
1-1 at the plate, 1 out. Vadrine waited till the last second and tried to poke that bunt and get it down. If you're Foster, you have to live on the outside of the plate.
Yep.
And that one high for ball 2. So 2-1 at the plate. I mean, the only place you can throw this ball is high and outside.
Right.
You put it across the plate, it's a bunt, and this game's over. And a swing and a miss evens the count 2-2.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. He should have taken that pitch. It
Yeah,
looked high.
you
It
got
looked high.
pitches to take here.
All right, so
Now 2-2, got to be careful. And a swing and a miss is a strikeout at the plate, so 2 away. All right, that changes the calculus a little bit. You can't bunt. But we are back at the top of the order, so Sutton Link, the leadoff hitter for the Riders, comes up. Henderson is going to put their infield back in position. So Link is swinging away here with 2 outs and the winning run standing on third. This ball game is tied up 1-1. And that pitch outside for a ball. A pass ball here would be a magical thing.
right. I'd like to see Link drive a single in the right field for the victory.
And that's going to be a call strike at the plate. That's probably the best pitch he's going to see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 outs. You got first base open. And this is pop foul. Get foul,
It's
yes.
gotta go, yeah.
All right.
But that's 2 strikes now.
2 strikes on Link. Just kind of punched that away. I think he was fooled on the pitch. All right, 1-2.
Got to be defensive at this point.
Comes inside and hits him with the pitch. The catcher had set up way outside. Foster, that just got away from him, folks. The catcher was set up a foot to the outside of the plate, and he squared up and hit Sutton right between the numbers. So the Riders, with 2 outs, have runners back on the corner, and Easton Wolf with a chance for a little bit of redemption here.
Well, he could solidify. Are they going to walk
They're
him?
They're gonna intentionally walk Wolf and load the bases. Now, if you're at home and you don't understand that, there are 2 outs, so this puts Henderson in a position where they have a force at any base for the 3rd out. So that's why they walked Wolf. All right, no pressure on Jaden Lane. Tie ball game, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, bases loaded. Get your cape out, baby. It's time to be a hero.
That's right. Just stroke that ball into the gap.
Man, they're playing so deep on the corners.
Yep.
A bunt down the first baseline wins this ball game.
So does a walk.
So does a walk way outside for ball one.
Do you make him throw 2 strikes before you even think about swinging?
Absolutely. I mean, young man's pitched a great game, but it's deep in the game, and he's thrown a lot of pitches, and that's 2 of them way off the plate.
Or do you zero in and say if it's right here, this is right where I want it?
I'm giving him the red light here. I am not swinging the bat till he gets a strike on the plate. Okay, there it is. So 2-1. Now you tell Lane to swing. All right, 2-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and the bases are loaded. And he pops it up on the infield. It's going to be called by Jackson. And he makes the play. We're going to extra innings. Here at the Horseshoe, the Riders come through huge and tie this ball game up 1-1.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger.
That's what I need.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen. We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto. This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production.
Portacool with over 30. Portacool. Peak cooling. Intelligent control.
All right, folks, here we are. Welcome back. We go to the extra innings, the top of the 8th. Score is now 1-1 as both teams are able to push a run across in the 7th. Both teams had golden opportunities to get more than one run, but neither were able to.
Riders make a pitching change. Easton Wolf pitched a fantastic game, had a shutout for 6 2/3 inning. So Sutton Link is going to step in to try to finish things off. Starts off with a huge curveball for strike 1. Beautiful pitch. And that pitch down and away. Link, a true freshman, been playing right field all night, comes in relief here in the top of the 8th. And this hit hard to short. Bellin comes with a hop, and he throws a laser to first base for the first out. I don't know what the speed was on the fastball to the plate, but I think Bellin was getting close to triple digits coming
yes.
across the diamond from shortstop. Boy, that was a laser. All right, so this is Fabiani. The Riders are facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
Called that a bit outside.
And Link's going to get him on the elbow. So Fabiani on with a hit by pitch. Deshaun Jackson, the shortstop, steps in now for the Lions. So 1 away with a man on. Top of the 8th inning. Been a while since we've been in extra innings.
Yes. Probably pre-video, if I had to guess.
I think you're right. Back to the old radio days. Big lead at first base. And he breaks on the first pitch. It was a drag bunt, but they foul the ball off at the plate, so everybody comes back. Jackson tried to lay down the drag bunt, not able to execute. So a strike at the plate. Link's going to have to check that. He had a massive lead over at first base. He is back out there again and goes again. And this one, the batter looked like he almost stepped into that pitch.
What? Yeah.
I mean, he literally stepped out over the plate. I can't believe.
There should have been. Are they gonna come out and talk about
interference? Yeah, I mean he didn't just turn; he stepped over the plate. You can't do that. You can't step into the path of the ball.
Well, I thought maybe that we're going out to ask the official about that, but I think we're just doing getting strategy here.
Yeah, had that ball hit the batter, I would have thrown a fit. I mean, he literally stepped over the plate. How Colby Lout caught that, I'm not sure, but he did. All right. So here we go. So another bunt. This one in the air. Not able to make the catch, and everybody is safe at the corners. Tough spot. Lout and Link both dove for the ball, not able to catch it in the air.
That was just a fortunate dink, as it could have been an out, but it just fell right where it needed to.
I mean, we're talking inches, people, and that would have been an out. Just off the outstretched gloves of pitcher and catcher. All right, so the Riders call a play with runners at the corners.
One out here. We're in the top of the 8th. We're in extra innings. Riders with a golden opportunity to win this thing in the bottom of the 7th, but can't get the second run home.
Runner at first is definitely going to go here. They're going to pick one. Link got a pretty good move there.
Yeah.
Runner at first goes. They square. They do lay down the bunt. It is not far enough off the bat. Oh, my goodness. The ball gets away from Colby Lout, and the Lions are going to score 2 runs on the throwing error. And it ended up being a bunt double. Tough play for Colby Lout, folks. He had the ball, stood up to throw it, and it just slipped out of his hand.
I thought he was just going to hold it, and and.
All right, so folks, it's now 3-1. There's one out. The Rough Riders still have an at bat, so this ball game's not over. And a strike at the plate. Good job of Link coming back. Pitcher's going to have to take over. Get this thing back on track. And a slash bunt gets through. Lane is able to get back to first base and make the out. What a good play by, you've got Milford and Lane over there. They were communicating on that slow roller, and fortunately Lane was able to stop and retreat and get back in place to make the out at first.
He almost, and Milford led him like a
Milford
receiver.
was like waving him, like go deep, go deep. Able to get back to the bag. So 2 outs. So Link is going to miss on the inside corner, ball 1. And this is hit softly to third. Horton is going to come across for the out. So we're out of the inning, but not before the Lions score 2 on a throwing error. So we're down 3-1 when we come back.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look.
Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand 2 very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Ray, welcome back. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Henderson was able to get 2 in the top here. And so now it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Horton, Atkinson, and Milford. I'm sorry, and Bellin. Horton, Atkinson, Bellin here for the Riders, needing to score 2 runs to keep this game going.
I think, can't tell who our pitcher is. Is that Foster back out there? Sorry, folks, can't see the jersey number. It looks like Foster. This ball's going to be fouled away.
Of our Wiggins Family Farms postgame show coming up. Hopefully not after, well, hopefully after this half inning when we score 3.
So Horton trying to get things going here. Hits this sharply to third. It is backhanded by the third baseman, and they are able to make the play at first. Hey, I'm going to give credit where it's due. J.T. Howard just made a great play over at third base to rob Horton of a base hit.
That was a hot corner shot, and the third baseman was in the infield when he was able to backhand it.
All right, so Atkinson comes to the plate. Riders down to their last 2 outs.
Atkinson needs to get on base.
He's going to foul this one straight back. And this hit hard, base hit. Atkinson, he might get 2 out of this. Yes, it gets by the left fielder. Atkinson digs for 2, and he's in with a stand-up double. Good job, Cody Atkinson. That is the best hit of the night for the Rough Riders.
Yes, it is.
Slapped that into left field. Left fielder let it trickle by him. He overran it, and Cody able to take an extra base on the mistake. So T.J. Bellin comes to the plate. He is the tying run. And the Henderson coach going to call timeout here.
Of course, Atkinson does not hurt them by in and of himself.
Yeah, he just puts a little bit more pressure. The one that matters right now is TJ. If Bellin gets on, we got a whole new conversation.
Yep. Bellin, of course, last inning hit a sharp ball to third. He was able to get the seconds, able to score the Riders' run.
And he takes a huge swing and fouls that off. Bellin was trying to tie things up on one swing right there. And he hits this into center field. That's going to score one run for sure, and he comes to the plate. Yes, Bellin with another double. So the Riders with back-to-back doubles here. The score is now 3-2. And Case Milford comes to the plate again in a clutch situation. Okay, we're going to have a pitching change now.
Yep.
Henderson's going to call time. We just have one out, correct?
That's one out.
One out. Two back-to-back doubles for the Rough Riders. We're down to a 2-3 ball game.
Hey, folks, you get your money's worth tonight.
TJ Bellin is the tying run. He is in scoring position at second base. All right, so Henderson does make a pitching change.
Okay, we'll take a quick break while they get all that sorted out. We'll be right back in this exciting ball game.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look.
At Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand two very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store. You'll find us on Facebook only. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out as we have auctions going on right now. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, an online auction store that can save you lots of money. Go check out our page, bid on items you like, and save yourself a lot of money. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, Facebook only, located in Center. At Sparky D's Bargain Store, we'll save you more.
Everybody, welcome back.
We've got a nail biter. There's a pitching change, so the Lions have brought in Kane Brantley. He started the game in right field. He is now on the mound. He's a tall, skinny left-hander. The Riders have Case Milford coming to the plate and TJ Bellin standing at second base with one out and a chance to tie this ball game. Bellin would be the tying run.
Bellin's probably the fastest Rough Rider baseball player. So
they square bunt. They do lay down the bunt. It gets past the first baseman, and everybody's safe.
Oh, wow.
What a turn of events. So another botched bunt down the first baseline for Lions. Milford able to put that down perfectly.
Yes, that was right where it needed to be.
Perfectly. Bellin easily at third base. So the Riders are going to send up a pinch hitter. This is number 11. Number 11 is Caden Nutt. So Caden Nutt in a critical situation.
Yet another freshman. So what do you do here?
Well, you've got one out, runners on the corner, T.J. Bellin at third. I'm bunting. I mean, why wouldn't you? It ties the ball game.
Yep.
You're definitely running at first base. Now, you got a left-handed pitcher, so he's not going to see Bellin break. That's the other thing to think about. So the strategy changes a little bit. The left-handed pitcher is going to lose sight of Bellin if he goes into his motion. He's looking at Milford.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's the one thing you can't do is pop it up. And the young man makes the play. The catcher, that's Butler. We popped up the bunt, and Butler makes the catch. Now there's 2 outs, so you take the bunt out of the play. Nobody could do anything there. Tough break for the Rough Riders.
Can't get it down.
That was a good pitch to bunt.
Yep.
I mean, it was belt high. He just popped it up just a little much. Could not get the ball on the ground. All right, so Gage Vidrine comes to the plate. Runners on the corner. Now we've got 2 outs. Vidrine's going to have to put something in play here. And a high fastball misses. And a swing and a miss. Counts now 1-1. The problem with the second out is that kind of strands Milford over at first. There's no way you run.
No, you can't run. Right, because you can't risk.
Yeah, you don't run out of the ball game here. Counts 1-1 on the batter. Vidrine's going to take time. Pass ball would be handy right now.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss. Vidrine down in the count now 1-2. Brantley doing nothing fancy, folks. He's coming right at him.
Yep.
That was a fastball low. Outside, 2-2.
Oh, my heart just skipped a beat on that one.
I'm not sure I could have taken that pitch.
Yeah.
Henderson folks not happy with that, but it is 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th with 2 on. And a foul ball. That pitch was above the numbers. Vidrine had to go up just to get a piece of it. I don't think that was the pitch called. The catcher immediately jumped up and ran out to the pitcher. He had called a different pitch because he was set up low and away, and that pitch came inside high.
So, folks, here in extra innings, Riders down 3-2, but runners on the corners, but 2 outs. with the 2-2 count here.
And strike 3, that is the ball game. The Dream just not able to pull the trigger, and they're going to mob that pitcher. Hey, folks, look, I'm going to say it. I know we lost the ball game 2-3, but what a heck of a game by both teams.
Both squads, yeah.
This was a tough loss for the Riders, but a fantastic job by both sides.
Yep, it's a great ball game. Lots of excitement. And this is too bad one of the teams had to come up with an L here, but it's going to be the Rough Riders, as we will fall back a half game now behind Henderson.
Yep, we're going to need a little help, but the Riders still have 6 games left here in the district season.
All right, folks, we're going to hear from the sign shop, which we always do at the conclusion of our games, and we'll get ready for the Wiggins Family Farm post-game show, which begins here in just a moment.
What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me, or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the Sign Shop, Center, Texas. You know what's nice about living in a small town like Center? Long-standing tradition, like Schaffner's Washateria. Owner Will Blackshear is proud of the fact that the Washateria has been right there since his grandfather opened it 2 generations ago. But you know what's great about Schaffner's Washateria? It's modern. It's kept up with the times. Whatever your needs, large or small, Schaffner's is ready. Owner Will Blackshear says, enjoy the post-game show. Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Everybody, welcome to it's not the Wiggins Family Farms post-game show, it's the Schaffner Washateria post-game show here live on NetSN. The Rough Riders fall 3-2 in a very exciting baseball game that went into extra innings. We go 6 2/3 innings without any runs, or 5 2/3 innings without any runs scored, and then Henderson's able to put one up in the top of the 7th. And then, no, it was 6 2/3, and put up a run at the top of the 7th. Then the Riders are able to match that in the bottom of the 7th with an opportunity to win the game with runners on 1st and 3rd with only 1 out. But the Riders can't push another run across. Then we go to the 8th inning. Henderson is able to get 2 runs off of an odd play that the throwing error from our catcher who caught a marvelous game up to that point, but they were to put 2 runs on. Riders come back in the bottom of the 8th and are able to get 2 doubles back to back by by Atkinson and Bellin to bring it to 3-2. We get runners on 1st and 3rd with 1 out. We can't get the bunt down. That leads to 2 outs, and that leads to a final out of the game with Henderson scoring the victory here 3-2. So an exciting game. Easton Wolf is our Center Motor Company player of the game based on his strong pitching efforts. We also could go with Bellin, who scored scored one of the Rough Rider runs, was on on 3rd with a chance to tie the game up. So Bellin scored a run, had an RBI, and was in a position to tie the game up. So Bellin would also be a candidate for our player of the game, which is brought to you by Center Motor Company. We're going to take a break, hear from those folks, and we'll see as they're wrapping up if we're going to be able to get a visit from the coach, from Coach Moore, and from probably Easton Wolf and maybe Bellin. So we'll be right back. This is the Schaffner Washateria postgame show live here on NetSN.
The following is a true story from Count Dracula about Schaffner's Washateria.
So I was home alone minding my own business when my wife was out of town. Suddenly, from nowhere, a minivan full of ghosts barged through the front door without opening it. They go to the bedroom and steal all my sheets and wear them around the house. Then suddenly they threw them on the floor and got back in the minivan. I have to get my sheets clean before my wife gets home. How do I do it? Schaffner's Washateria, serving vampires and Shelby Countyans for 3 generations. The Dracula family uses Schaffner's.
Schaffner's Washateria, Center, Texas.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
Thought you'd seen the last of the Ford Bronco? Well, you were wrong. Ford brought the Bronco back so they could put the S in SUV. Comfort and connectivity for the highway to get you there, and then the power you need for your off-road adventure. Run at the front of the herd. Saddle up a Bronco at Center Motor Company.
Everybody, welcome back to the Schaffner Washateria post-game show live here. We're going to do our Center Motor Company player of the game.
You're the player of the game.
So we're going to get number 1, Easton Wolf. We'll get him right there in the picture. So, Mr. Locke, I'm going to turn it over to you, sir.
All right, we've got the starting pitcher for the Rough Riders tonight, number 1, Easton Wolf. Easton, you had a shutout going for 6 2/3 innings. Kind of tell us how you felt out there tonight.
I felt really good. My curveball and my changeup were good. So,
well, the curveball was devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if what you think your best pitch was, but you were getting it across pretty well. So, kind of go through the game. What were you thinking? How'd you feel? I know this is a big game for you. Where were you mentally?
well, I went out there and if I knew if I could get ahead on the first pitch, get 0-1, it was going to be pretty easy from there, get them out.
Well, I don't know what the book actually says, but we had you ahead in almost every count.
Yes.
For most of the ball game, so you were definitely on your game plan. Now look, we've got a young team. Everybody knows that. You're a true freshman, and you just walked through the Henderson lineup and threw a shutout for nearly the entire game. What does that mean to you?
Well, I put in a lot of work all the time. I'm up here every day, basically. So, I mean, I expect it, kind of.
Well, you guys are still technically in the hunt. We've got 6 games left in the season, so you're going to go to Spring Hill next week. What was Coach's words to you, if you can share? What's the mentality going into the next couple of weeks?
I mean, we can play with anybody. If we go out there and we have our minds right, we can still win from Spring Hill. They're a good team, but I think we can play with them. Or I know we can.
Well, fantastic job. I know that the outcome wasn't what you wanted, but congratulations. That's probably the best pitching performance we've seen from any rider this year.
So I've got a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, question number 1, your curveball was devastating tonight. Did you get that from your dad or from your mom? Because I know Larry's probably worked with you on it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely came from my mom.
There you go. Good answer.
So
Good answer.
The other question was, so you come up to bat in the bottom of the 7th, and they intentionally walk you to load the bases. Were you disappointed that you didn't get a chance to try to win this sucker?
Yeah, I was, but if I was them, I'd have walked me too. So.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And so, of course, you play all sports, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, obviously, you were varsity on football and baseball. And did they bring you up at the end in basketball?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. But which is your favorite sport? Or which do you like better, baseball or football?
It's really whatever's in the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love them all.
Well, good. Again, just an incredible performance tonight. I know it's a team sport, and I know you're disappointed, but individually, you got to be proud of yourself.
That's
Heck
right.
of a ball game.
Thank you.
Congratulations for
the player of the game.
Yeah, probably won't be the last time we interview you for these things.
That's right. Hey, to be a freshman out here in 4A ball and throwing a shutout like that is something to be said.
One other question: how many young guys do we have out there, like your freshmen with you guys? I mean,
we got Jaden Lane. He's a starting first baseman.
Yep.
Sutton Link, starter in right field, and he came in after me on the mound, pitched really well. And we got Gage. He pinch hits, and we got Conrad. He's hurt right now.
Okay.
And then we got K-Nut, Keith, and they're in the dugout with us too.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like most of your Little League team is up
we got
there
a good
playing.
group. We got a good
four
group.
4 freshmen starting out of 14. The skies are blue for the Center Rough Riders.
It's going to be fun.
Oh,
All right. Thank you, Easton. You're our Center Motor Company Player of the Game. Congratulations this evening.
Congratulations. Great job.
Jason, let's talk about something to smile about, which is brought to you by Wyndham Family Dental. I mean, it's a loss, but it was a fun game to watch and be able to call.
Well, yeah. I mean, just to see the Riders that competitive late in the ball game, a game that meant something to them. And again, I keep talking about it, but look, this is 4A baseball. We're not playing church league here, and we got 4 freshmen starting on this team, and we're playing with everybody.
Yep.
Games that we are losing are like tonight, 3-2. You know, we're not getting blown out by people. Well, the sun is shining on center baseball. Now you give it a year or two, and we're going to be something to be contended with.
Well, the other thing that I'm smiling about is not once, but I mean twice. I mean, they score one in the top of the 7th. We could have just rolled it up and said, "Fine, we did a great job. We lost 1-0."
Yeah,
you know, great job.
Let's go home. Yeah.
We'll get them next time. No, that's not what we do. We come out and battle and just about almost get the win there, and then it comes back in the 8th, and we have just an unfortunate play, and they get 2. And again, once again, we could have just said, all right, well, good game, guys. We got it to the extra innings. But no, we come out and hit back-to-back doubles, and then come very close to tying the thing up or getting the win. So
and
mental toughness.
And really, in the 7th inning, that ball game was over. If we get that called third strike, the ball game was over right there. And just folks, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but a testament of what kind of player we just interviewed. Easton Wolf is out there fixing the mound he pitched off of tonight.
Right.
So most of his teammates have already cleaned up and left, and he is out on the mound raking and cleaning his pitching mound. So it just kind of tells you what's in store for the Riders in the future. Hey, we got a salty little team right now. I can't wait for the next couple of years.
I really believe that we're going to go on a run and get into the playoffs. And then this is such a tough district. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, your Spring Hills are the real deal, and we're going to have a tough time next week. But a lot on the line for the Riders, and so we got 6 games left, and we'll just see how it turns out.
All right, folks. Thank you, Jason Locke, voice of the Center Rough Rider baseball team. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Chris Wallington for providing us with some stuff. Thanks again, all the sponsors that do this. We have our monthly, the guys that are with us all year long. We have our baseball sponsors. That's B3 Car Wash, and then of course Schaffner's Washateria is our post game sponsor here this evening. And again, thanks for y'all for tuning in, and we look forward to assuming we don't have really bad weather or the solar eclipse doesn't cause the apocalypse.
That's right.
We'll be back here Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday night as we play 2 with Spring Hill. This is the counselor Stephen Shire saying, hope whatever you do, it's nothing but net.
You know what's nice about living in a small town like Center? Long-standing tradition, like Schaffner's Washateria. Owner Will Blackshear is proud of the fact that the Washateria has been right there since his grandfather opened it 2 generations ago. But you know what's great about Schaffner's Washateria? It's modern. It's kept up with the times. Whatever your needs, large or small, Schaffner's is ready. On behalf of Will Blackshear and Schaffner's Washateria, we say thank you for listening to the postgame show. Evans' three-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.